Okay, good afternoon, everyone. This is a segment which I explain about the deworm medication, supplements, vitamins, why some of us, like the old timers, sometimes they put the supplements on the fruits for the animals to eat. They want fast results. Why? And then what is the disadvantage? What is the things that our predecessors in the hobby they didn't look out for? And then what modern studies on birds, what can it teach us? Okay, you see, in the olden days, a lot of people would take things like the deworm, they will put it on the fruit of the puteh. He's very tame. Sunday is very tame, so he doesn't jump around that much. They put it on the puteh, they put it on the fruits of the jambul. They put it in live insects for shamas. Sometimes they put it on seeds for the morobok. Also, the zebra dove, they also do that for the huibi, which is the China trust. Now, you must understand one thing about birds. Birds are flying machines. They do not keep their food in their stomachs or digestive system for long. Why? Because they fly. And because they fly, they cannot afford to have additional weight. So they process their food very fast and it comes out very fast. You can do an experiment with your own birds. What you do is you just give water for 4 hours, then you give whatever food you want, bird food or fruits or insects or worms. And then you sit down and look when the bird will pass motion. That means the bird droppings will come out. And you actually get a, a fairly good idea of how fast they process the food from their mouth to their droppings. Okay? Now these three birds, I don't have the Shama and Huibi with me, but these three birds have different type of metabolism. Their rates are different. This is very high. For every one jump that the jumbo jumps, the puteh can actually jump 2 or 3 times. But then if you look at the other extreme, which is a morobok, he doesn't jump that much. So his metabolism is slower than the rest. This guy is slower than the rest in terms of metabolism. The Shama and the Huibi is in between actually these two birds. If you notice and you rear these birds as well, the Shama and the Huibi, the China trust. So deworm is a medicine. Why I got some hobbyists asking me, why can't I put it on the fruits they eat? Why can't I inject into the insect and give it to them? Now, if I give it on the fruits and give it on the insects, the moment they eat, about 20 minutes later or 30 minutes later, what is not absorbed by the body will be passed out. That's about 50% to 40%. So this will get passed out. What stays inside the body will be about 40 to 50% max. And what stays in the body don't stay long because birds are high metabolism rate animals. They're higher than mammals. So what happens is it stays in the blood probably for 1-2 hours, and after that there's no more deworm, in their bodies killing the worms. That's the reason why this deworm is applied in the liquid, in the drinking water, because the puteh, the jumbo, the morobo will drink water the whole day. So whenever they run out of this medicine in their blood, in their bodies, they drink again, it gets back into their body. The same thing applies if you are using supplements. Lava concentrate or lava direct, the same thing. Why is it best to give in the water? So that it drinks the whole day, the vitamins are going inside the body in a smooth manner. For every minute, every hour, there's vitamins in the body strengthening the bird. We don't put it on the fruits, because if you put it on the fruits, you will get a 30-minute kind of performance after it goes off. That's the reason why these two supplements are designed for mixing into the water. The only supplement that is designed to be given directly, eat directly on the spot, is the life force, is for putehs, because putehs, they are best in the morning. So mornings we give about 4-5 hours, and this alone can power the Puteh for 4-5 hours, and that's it. You don't have to power the bird for the afternoon. Let them rest. They are day birds, so they rest. So I hope this helped to explain why the old method on fruits is not really a good method. It's good for a one shot 30-minute, 1 hour effect. Then depending on the supplements, it can power the bird for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. But very rarely you can power the bird so much like 5 hours, unless it's very, very special kind of ingredients or vitamins that is very unique to the species of birds. That's why for life force to power birds is for the Puteh best. And if you give it to the Jambul or the Morobo, you smear on the fruits and you smear on the seeds, you probably help them on the voice alone, and a little bit of energy, probably about 30 minutes. Now, there are other cases where you inject the medicine into insects like worms, grasshoppers, and you feed to them. That's called gut loading. Gut loading is a different kind of discipline. You have to look at what you want to power the bird for. You want to power him with medicine for the first 4 hours, 3 hours strong. Then later, do you have to feed the live food again, inject again and feed? Or you prefer to mix it with water, he can drink for the whole of the daylight hours. Of course, at night, the bird will sleep and won't go around drinking water in the water rocket or cups. So it depends on what you want. If you want to do gut loading is different. It's slightly different. Okay. There are some questions posed to me by fellow hobbyists. They say, can I inject 3 grasshopper and then I feed to the Jambul? Then I go for competition 2 hours later. You can. You will depend on how fast they can digest, how fast they can extract the vitamins inside the live insect. It has been done before. The problem with gut loading insects and then feeding to the bird is, if the bird like a Jambul or a Shama or even a Puteh, if they get jammed halfway, they will stop playing for 5 minutes. And that crucial 5 minutes during the competition, the judge comes and then finds that your bird is not performing at all. You won't get very high points. That is the problem with gut loading with live insects. So you have to look at your time, you have to look at your bird, how fast it can digest, and you have to test it out before you really do it on competition day. So it's all part of the understanding. So this, I hope it explains why supplements like lava direct and lava concentrate is mixed into the drinking water for drinking for the whole day. Medicines like the deworm is mixed into the drinking water for consumption for the whole day. Okay, so you have to understand, birds, they process their food very fast because they cannot afford to carry their food and fly around. If you do that, your flight mechanisms, your flight energy is counterproductive. That is the reason why birds are very different from crawling. They are very different from swimming. They are very different from walking animals. You see, they need to fly. So if you get on an aeroplane, weight is a very, very important concern. So, but we are dealing with biological living flying machines. So they're going to process their food very fast. Now you can see the Jambul, all of them are just bathed. Okay, the Morobo I didn't bathe, but the Jambul, he went into this cage. He was inside a bathing cage for about an hour. Then he went into this egg cage. So that 1 hour inside the bathing cage, everything that he has in his stomach, he clears out. And he went into this egg cage. He ate this papaya, and that was 15 minutes ago, and he just shit out that papaya 15 minutes ago, which he ate. That's how fast the Jambul actually can process food. So if you give him, he will shit out most of it. Then a little bit will be inside his body. So now you see the illustration why certain supplements, certain medicines are used differently. In the olden days, there were not enough studies on birds. So our uncles, our dads, our sifu, our teachers, they went for time. They want to do things fast. So they will put it on the fruits. But now we know, you put it on the fruits, it doesn't mean it will last the whole day. You won't even last maybe 4 hours later. Some people will argue, you eat the fruit for the 4 hours. Yes, it can also. So it's still an open debate, but I prefer it to be in the drinking water, because I notice when they eat the fruits and they eat the bird food or they eat the live food, they will tend to go and drink. So they can't run away from your supplements or your medicine in your drink that you give to them. So I hope this helps everyone understand more about birds. And they are pretty, in fact, they are the most efficient animals I've come across in terms of processing the food. And also they don't keep much food inside their bodies because they need to fly. Okay, so I hope I have given you another aspect of birds that may be useful for your hobby, and I thank you for your support. Thank you.